Wolfgang Falke, thank you.
I'm Wolfgang Falke. Many of you probably heard about me over the last 30, 40 years. We came up in 1968, is that better? And bought a house at that time, went back to New York, cleaned up the business, came up in 69 and raised our family here. We had 5 kids. I mean, we still have them. They're all grown up. About 7 grandchildren, 2 of them are here on Fairbanks. And one just started first grade at Denali. Yeah, they went all to the school system. We had a good life. And there is, of course, some problem, like in every place. And the main problem we face is always the money situation, and it is the question of taxation. And the property owner and those people that have houses and have kids to raise, they are paying their taxes twice. It is just unjust, unfair, and wrong. And so we have to answer to that in one form or another. To make that wrong right is to increase the exemption drastically, and I'll talk about this later.
Thank you.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, the #1 problem, of course, is the money. And if people like to have a family and they like to progress in raising their kids, they need every penny they could use. And we are taking away from the people that need it the most in taxes, and that is a property tax. Because everybody pays property taxes twice if he has a house. And that is once when they pay direct to the city or to the borough, and then they go shopping and pay the property tax of the business owner because it's part of their expense. If you want to have justification, that's the only way to raise the exemption to about 150,000 or maybe 200,000 and a 50,000 exemption for the renters, because the renters also pay double property tax. Once when they pay the rent, you know, rent goes up as taxes go up, and the second time when they go shopping. And the biggest problem here is the assemblies as well. You know, there's nothing we could do. They have to go to the legislature because they tell us no more than 20,000. Well, we have a constitution, and that's a law. And the legislature has no business to tell the local community how much, 20, 50, 100, 200, whatever thousand. It is up to the local government to bring the question before the voters. You pass your ordinance, and then it's approved, and that's all there is to it. So what I'm saying is, and this is why I run for both the city council and the borough assembly, we just have to pass an ordinance and put it before the voters, 100,000, 150, 200,000, whatever is decided. Forget about what the legislature is saying, and because they are illegal, their law, if it's in contradiction to the Constitution, is null and void. And then them take us to court if they wish to do that. Thank you. Another second. I got that petition here, and if anybody had signed that, some of them did already. I have some copies here. Thank you.
You can see Wolfgang.